What up, Lowdown viewers? Jack Stern here, and it's about that time again. That's right, let's talk about some cool new music.
Get off on you mad at. Sing it back when we was down, they laughed at. My kids, I'm a bad dad. Looking for
SOB/RBE has been making waves recently thanks to Pandemic, their hit contribution to the Black Panther soundtrack. While that song had more of a general modern trap sound, the new material from the group's debut album, Gangin', is drenched in the hi-fi shades that have become staples of the San Francisco Bay Area sound. The heavy and fast-paced drums on the song Carpoolin' are evidence enough of the Mac Dre-inspired sound the group was aiming for. Some tracks even incorporate strange lo-fi 80s-inspired synths like the silky smooth Antisocial. This track prominently features my personal favorite from the group, Yun Tho, on a really bouncy hook. Da Boy also comes through with a really aggressive and ignorant attitude, which sounds really at home on this style of production. The next track, Lifestyle, is an even more standout experience. Yun Tho brought another memorable performance thanks to his sense of melody and his refreshingly homely lyrics about late nights talking to his cousin on the phone and trying to get his life right in the face of harsh violence on the streets. My issues with this album arise from some of the other members and their tendency to recycle their flows. Although the initial 5-track stretch of this project starts strong, you quickly settle into the formulaic nature of the group's song structure and the rapping style as the latter half of the album carries on. However, it's interesting to see a group that's so dedicated to providing a modern spin on Bay Area hip-hop. I'm eager to see where SOB takes their sound in the future. Anderson .Paak has been exponentially increasing his popularity at an almost alarming rate over the past 3 years. This is due in no small part to his riveting voice and his captivating personality. The man truly emanates a unique sense of confidence that few other singers can replicate. His sophomore album, Malibu, was full of a mix of strong tracks with funky electro-soul instrumentals. But sometimes this album faltered at points as it tried to stretch its overall sound thin. This latest track, as featured in this Apple promotional video directed by Spike Jonze, is a deceptively simple track compared to some of the busier material on Malibu. However, through simplicity, Anderson has found a sense of refinement that really suits him a lot. The trademark rasp and cackling of his voice is omnipresent here, but Anderson still comes off as more somber despite the harshness he exhibits on the surface level. His lyrics have such a genuine lustfulness for this unexpected love he has found. Even better are the velvety smooth pianos and heart parts that fill out the instrumental. Then things get even better as the ascending synth part kicks in at the end of the hook. There's just so many emotionally resonant and cool qualities that are going on with this track that I had no problem recommending it as we all wait for Anderson .Paak's next album. The best thing I could say about British band Everything Everything is they really understand the cornerstones behind making a driving and anthemic indie rock song. Their latest single, Breadwinner, is no exception to this rule. Lead singer Jonathan Higgs continues to put his eccentric falsetto on display with a series of eclectic lyrics about everything from a flat earth to 9/11. He seems to express a sense of disbelief and shock that is universal in such a turmoil-heavy political climate. The Spitfire rhythm of the lyrics gives an even more bite beyond just the relevance of the words themselves. The song also keeps a strong backbeat with whining guitars and infectious drums. The way both parts climax into the hook of the song with an almost unsettling siren sound coming from the guitars and the backing vocals is really satisfying. Everything Everything has been under the radar for most of their career, and I really look forward to the day when their work gets even more of the recognition it deserves. The IDM subgenre has managed to persist for years, adopting every possible shade of sound they can grab onto. John Hopkins is one such artist who has kept a steady and innovative output going for quite some time now. Coming off his latest album, 2013's Immunity, it seems Hopkins is losing some of the ambient elements with his newest single, Emerald Rush. The glossy and shimmering synthesizer parts are still interesting enough that I found myself pretty captivated by this song. There's also just a really constant pounding bass drum part that keeps itself going throughout the track. The progression of elements backing up these main instruments is also interesting as the song climaxes into a flurry of backing vocals and computerized distortions. John Hopkins has rarely been a disappointment, and it looks like he's keeping the streak going with this new material. And that's a wrap. Be sure to check out Lowdown next time for more great music.